Hi, Amy.
How you doing, Tiff?
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
A minute. Hold on. Right. We are. Meeting is now streaming live. What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-J. Welcome to VACAY-JTV Live. And we are here another Friday, second Friday, right? Second Friday in a row. And we wanted to bring it to you live. Welcome everyone to the channel. If you're brand new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Absolutely like, comment below, definitely comment below, because the more you comment, the more you possibly could win a prize. So I got some special guests with me today. To my left, first and foremost, to my left is the same young lady you saw last week, right? She's here with me today. We're doing this again. And yes, she absolutely is a travel agent. She has her own YouTube channel, right? She's doing big things out here. She's making wild moves. Give it up for TiffinityTV. What's up, Tiff?
Hey, everybody.
All right. Look right there. Right up there. Look right up there.
I'm looking up.
Now you can see it. Okay. So TiffinityTV's in the house. And I got another special guest that's joining us today as we go live and talk about our favorite TV shows. He's a great friend. Also, she is also a music artist, a writer, arranger. She definitely does a great job, and she's a professional makeup artist. I'll say it like that. Professional makeup artist. She also is the head of HR. I ain't gonna say for what company, but she's doing big things. She just got a promotion. Salute to you. Congratulations to you. She also has her own channel as well. And she is an artist, right? And she's coming out with a big project. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Welcome to the channel, Amy Veronica.
What's up, peeps?
What up? What's going on? You good?
I'm good. I'm ready to talk about some TV because we got some stuff to discuss, my dude.
Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate both of you ladies. I'm about to say you guys, both of you ladies being here with me on the channel. And again, as I mentioned, both of them have their own, YouTube channel. So definitely go ahead, please subscribe to these lovely ladies' channels and support. That's what we got to do. Support each other.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. Absolutely. And it's still Black History Month, so salute to all you Black people on the channel. Thank you. And everybody else that loves Black History Month, right? Okay, so anything you want to talk about before we get started? Anything coming up, Tiffany? Tiffany or Amy? Anything coming up you guys want to share with? We'll start with you if you want to share.
I'm doing recaps of Grownish season 4 right now, and I've also just started The Proud Family on Disney Plus. So I'll be doing those as well.
All right, good stuff. All right, so yes. If you're looking for that content, definitely go to her channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because once she drops it, boom, it'll pop up. All right, Amy V, what's good? You got anything popping up, anything coming up? Let me know.
So, we got the big project that I've been working on that's going to be launching. So on my channel, I have a life update coming up because it's been about a month and a half since my last upload, just because of the transitions and some things that's been happening. So definitely have a life update coming for my subscribers, as well as got a couple of makeup tricks up my sleeve, a couple of launches that we're going to review. If you've ever seen anything of mine, or anything about the makeup community, Julie's Place is huge. So they've had quite a few launches. So we're going to review some stuff, take a look at some products, and just get back to having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Get back to having fun. And again, it's a huge project coming up, family. Stay tuned. Okay.
Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this fight. You don't want to miss this fight, because it's coming. It's coming. All right, fam. So again, everybody, shout out where you're logging in from. If you're on the line, definitely we appreciate you joining us today. Again, welcome to VACAY-JTV Live. And I'm here with my co-host. I call you guys co-hosts, all right? We're co-hosting the joint. We're doing it together, right? We're doing this together. So absolutely, shout out where you logging in from, Amy.
I am in Houston, Texas.
Wow. Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Aren't you from Houston?
I am. Well,
Kind of.
I have family in Houston. My whole family is from Houston, Texas. So
Ooh.
There you go.
So I am Houston. What? Let's see. From Chicago, then Virginia, and now Houston. So we'll see how long I'll be here.
Right. A transplant just like me, right? New York,
Right.
by way of Georgia, by way of now Vegas.
right.
And she just Cali
From California originally. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. And then, well, yeah, Houston,
Right.
Texas too.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just trying to get to know, just trying to let you get to know who we are. We are human beings. So, we want to definitely let you know who we are. So let's get into it, family. Let's get into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. First and foremost, we're going to talk about one of the hottest TV shows that's being talked about right now. I believe it's one of the hottest, right? Is that fair to say? It's fair to say?
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Yeah. So we're going to talk
Definitely
about.
all over my timeline.
I know, mine too. Mine too. So we're going to talk about a TV show called Bel Air, right? Let's talk about Bel Air. Bel Air, like Bell.
Bel Air.
Bel Air. Is that fair to say? It's fair to say?
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Yeah. So we're going to talk
Definitely
about.
all over my timeline.
I know, mine too. Okay. Mine too. So we're going to talk about a TV show called Bel Air, right? Let's talk about Bel Air. Bel Air, like Bell.
Bel Air.
Bel Air. Is that fair to say? It's fair to say?
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Yeah. So we're going to talk
Definitely
about.
all over my timeline.
I know, mine too. Okay. Mine too. So we're going to talk about a TV show called Bel Air, right? Let's talk about Bel Air. Bel Air, like Bell.
Bel Air.
All right, Amy, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. There you
All
go.
right. I don't know what that was about. You know what? I think I know what it's about. I think I know exactly what it's
Leave well enough alone over there.
You're good. No. We are second time streaming. We're figuring everything out. That's how we do. Okay, let's make this thing happen. I believe we got it now. Let's do it. Boom.
There you go.
All right. I don't know what that was about. You know what? I think I know. We ain't doing that. So let's just talk about it. Freaking. So Bel Air, episode 5, right? So episode 5.
5 episodes already?
5 episodes already. Right? You catching up?
I gotta catch up.
So we first see your boy Will and Trey, right? Will and Trey. Trey comes to town. They finally get him to come to Bel Air, right? But before that, let's back it up though. Let's back it up. For those that didn't see it, we know that the guy that was coming after Will and Trey got taken out, right, Amy?
Right. So
but let's talk about who he got taken out from. I mean, you want to give any input?
So, like, first of all, let me say, this Jeffrey is not is not sitcom Jeffrey. Like, this Jeffrey has definitely earned the title G, because that's what dude is. He is definitely a G. So connected, and dude is like not to be messed with. Not to be messed with.
Yeah. So Jeffrey, we find out Jeffrey, he's probably part of some organization back in the day, and he just so happened to probably get clean, and now he's the house manager for the banks. Right.
But I'm more of a conspiracy theorist though, because I think Jeffrey and Uncle Phil was in some stuff back in the day.
I believe it.
You don't just meet a person like that in the country club. Nah.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, these guys, the way that they're acting on the screen, they're acting like they've been boys for a long time. They're playing pool together.
Right.
You know, they talking about, like, he's wide open with Jeffrey. Like, they've been boys. So I agree with you. You agree? Yeah.
But since you mentioned pool, I really love, like, for me, I'm a hardcore Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan. Like, so much so, any episode that comes on, I can talk with it. Like, that's how much I watch the original show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the little things that they add that's just like an ode to the original show. So even like down to playing pool. Because remember, both Jeffrey and Uncle Phil were pool sharks. You remember that episode?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's all those different little things that I think is just dope that they put all those little details in this version of the show.
Absolutely. So coming back to episode 5, right? So Trey finally comes to Bel-Air. Will is happy. Trey is like amazed by everything, right? Because this is kind of like the first time he's been in Bel-Air, been in Cali, right?
Been anywhere.
Yeah. Because he hasn't been outside of West Philly.
Right.
Okay. So for him to see all this, he's absolutely amazed. But at the same time, Trey is only talking about, for the most part, how he wants Will to come back home. Right. You know, yeah, Bel-Air is cool, but he wants him to come back home because the basketball team is losing. He's not hanging out like he used to. You know, his boy is in Bel-Air.
Right. And as far as he can see, there's no reason now for Will to stay in Bel-Air. Like the whole reason you came out here, that's literally dead. So come home.
Right. So the guy's gone. And it's like, yo, you might as well just come through. Like, come back. I mean, you was only out here temporarily anyway. So, but Will is not feeling that. He's like Bel-Air all the way now, right? He's on a basketball team now. He's making friends now. He seems to be making his way into possibly Lisa's heart a little bit, maybe. I don't know. And he loves the family, like Aunt Viv and everybody is taking him in. Like, so he don't really want to leave, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't either. That big old house.
Right. And you from Cali. So you know the weather.
That big old house, wonderful weather, all the money.
Right. All that money.
Low key though, I was kind of hoping when Trey walked in the house, because they keep doing these little things, paying homage to the old show. I was kind of looking for Trey when he walks in and he's like looking around and amazed at everything. I was waiting for that, man, you loaded. I was waiting for that line, but they didn't give it to me, but it's okay.
They keeping it updated, you know. Like, they don't say loaded no more. He was like, man, is this a house or is this a art museum, right? That's all he said. So Carlton sees him. He's like, yeah, okay, another Philly guy coming in here. You know, Carlton, he's very intimidated by all of this. You know, Carlton, we're going to talk about Carlton, right? We're going to talk about Carlton. But your girl Hillary's about to move out, right? Your girl Hillary's about to move out. She's about to move into that house with the other content creators. Right. And, you know, her mom, Hillary, of course, I mean, not Hillary, her mom, Aunt Viv, is worried about her, right? So it is what it is. Like, she told Hillary, hey, show and prove, and now Hillary's showing and prove. So anyway, we move on, and now we're talking about Uncle Phil and his campaign and how it's going well. He's up in the polls. And now they about to go to D Smoke's concert, you know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, you heard about that. You heard about that, okay. Yeah, so they're going to D Smoke's concert. And your boy Trey, you know, he loves D Smoke, right? So there's a lot going on. Like, Trey's getting exposed to a lot of things. And they had the VIP. They had the VIP. You saw when they was walking on the line and they was taking pictures of them. And yeah, you know, people was like, who are these guys? Who are these kids? All right. So, you know, they looked like they was having a good time, but this is where the beef kind of really starts, because Trey, again, has been like, yo, you coming back home? I can't wait for you to come back home. Da, 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 da. And yeah, they at the concert. In the middle of the concert, Trey starts spazzing out on Will.
Oh, wow.
You seen that, right?
He spazzed all the way out. Like it's messed up because he's so focused on getting Will home, he can't even enjoy like what's happening around him. Like, dude, you are essentially you're this is like your favorite artist. Like the dude was talking to you, you just like, oh my God, it's D-Smoke. Oh my God, D-Smoke. Like, you know, you just fan, you know, starstruck, but you can't even enjoy what's happening around you because your focus is you got to get Will back home. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like he was starstruck. he was bugging, right? But again, what Will said set him off. And what Will said was, well, you know, while I'm out here, you can come visit me on spring breaks or any break.
Right.
So that let Trey know, like,
he ain't coming back.
He's not coming home. He's like, what you mean on break? Like, I thought you was coming back. And then he hit him up on some like, oh, you turning your back on the hood or turning your back on home. I'm like, yo, why are you even going there? Like, so Trey is just, I don't know. He's just fixated on things going back to normal now that that guy that was chasing after him is gone.
Yeah.
Right? But it gets deeper than that. Right?
But it goes beyond Trey because Vi, you know, she also is expecting Will to come home. Right. You know, so it puts Will in a kind of a bad spot because you don't want to disappoint your boy, you don't want to disappoint your mom, but at the same time, he kind of feeling where he at.
Right.
So, you know, what do you do?
So let's before we get to that, let's get to Carlton now and how they was at Hillary's dinner, right? And how Carlton, he really didn't want to be there. Carlton always got an attitude or whatever. He like the oddball out to me. He's just like, I don't want to be here. I'm above this, right? But your boy Trey was drinking on some adult beverages on the low, right? You saw that? And your boy Trey was getting tipsy.
Man, he was throwing it back.
He looking at Carlton's, like leaning, like he was leaning. And Carlton's like, what? He's like, come on, man. You gotta relax. And then he started blabbing his mouth about why and how Will got there, right? And how Uncle Phil is the one that pulled the strings to make sure Will didn't get charges.
Right.
And he kind of did something, you know, a little
unethical,
a little shady, a little illegal.
Illegal, unethical to pull strings, so Will won't see any charges. You know, I mean, that's his nephew. He has that influence. I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm not saying he's right, but he's saving, you know, if you had power, let me ask you guys, if you had the power to save a family member, right, and you had that influence, you had that pull, would you utilize it?
Yeah. Without question.
Exactly.
But since you mentioned that though, if you remember back in the first episode, when Phil and Viv were talking, and they were talking about, you know, he's like, I've always had a soft spot for that boy.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you.
Don't tell me.
Phil got some stuff under the rug.
Don't tell. You know what I thought?
I'm thinking
too.
It's something up with why Will's dad is gone. Uncle Phil got something to do with that. Why you got a soft spot? Like, I got some theories.
Well, you know what I thought? Okay, that was your theory, right? And when you say that, my thoughts, because if you hear the conversation with Vi and Viv, okay, about Will coming home, okay, you remember that conversation when they was on FaceTime, and Aunt Viv was like, nah, he should stay out here. There's a lot of opportunity for him, da da da. And then Vi said, no. Viv said, this is not about me and you. Let's not make it about me and you. You know what I'm saying? Vi was like, is this about me and you? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was an attack going, they was like going at it. So I'm thinking, and again, I'm just throwing this out there. It's a theory. I may be wrong, maybe right, whatever. Right? You guys chime in. But my theory is that before Uncle Phil got with Aunt Viv, he was with Vi.
Oh,
There.
I wasn't thinking you was gonna go that way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I say, and when you said and mentioned the line, that I got a soft spot for that kid.
Yo, what if Uncle Phil is his dad?
See, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna go there, but I'm like, maybe. I mean, they flip the script on everything.
They do, but you put some good points out there.
I put it out there like he was messing with Vi. Again, that's a theory. He was messing with Vi before he got with Viv.
Okay, now you know what? You done started something because
I know I started something.
If you go down that road,
that's my job.
If you go down that road though, and you really like put it under the microscope and you look, if that's like part of the storyline, then Aunt Viv don't know about that.
Of course she doesn't know about that.
Like,
but I think she knows that, again, if we're going with this theory, she knows that, or maybe he was messing with Vi and the things didn't work out and Viv kind of scooped up Phil.
Okay.
And that's why Vi was like, this is not about me and you. Like, let's not make it about me and you. Let's not do that thing. Let's not argue. You know what I'm saying? There's something underneath that we don't know about.
Okay. See, you can't. You can't go there with me because the gears start grinding. Because listen, now they done threw in Michael Ealy, and that whole is definitely something going on with this dude. He feeling Aunt Viv. Like,
I was going there. Hold up. I was going there. Before we get there, before we go to Mr. Smooth Operator, artsy guy, okay? Let's talk about how Carlton found out and how Carlton's kind of using that as a little bit of leverage to kind of do whatever he wants to do, right? So Carlton found out why Will is here and all the charges, sat down with Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil told him everything. And he was like, listen, just don't say anything. Promise you won't say anything. And Carlton was messed, he's mad. He was mad because he's like, yo, you be preaching about justice, preaching about this, and you're gonna do something like that for Will, right? And then now Carlton's also like, yeah, well, I'm not going to the show with you. I'm not eating your flapjacks, right? He doesn't want to participate anymore. Like, I'm doing my own thing. You know what? I'm gonna hang out with Lisa and help her with the memorial of her mother, right? So he didn't want to go to the show. Like, who want to go see D Smoke? Like, come on. He didn't want to go to the show. He didn't want to eat his father's flapjacks. And it's like, yo, that's your favorite. He's like, nah, I don't want it. And now he's trying to get with Lisa. So.
And she ain't having it.
Well, they were sitting down, right? Remember? So if you have it was sitting down and it was going through the whole memorial, right? And he was like, Lisa was like, yeah, my mom, she loved Mardi Gras and everything else like that. And Carlton's like, all right, we'll bring Mardi Gras to the Banks estate and, to memorialize your mother, right? She's like, oh, thank you, da-da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, he was feeling himself, right? Because she was liking that. And then they hugged, right? It's like, oh, yeah, right. And then he pulled back and he tried to go in for the kiss.
And she was like,
yeah.
What you doing?
She's like, no, man.
Right.
He's like, I still feel the same way. Like, you still need to get help. Like, you still need to stop. What was he putting Xanax?
I'm ready for them to get into that. Like, I really want to understand because I really want to like Carlton. I really do. And at first I was like, you know what? I ain't mad at it. But then he started doing some, he started moving funny. And I was like, I can't rock with you. I want to, but I can't rock with you. So I need them to get to this anxiety stuff and why Carlton's a cokehead. Like, I need to understand this because I really want to like this dude.
It's not coke, it's something else. So whatever he said it was. He has anxiety, but he has anxiety problems. He does. He admitted that and said that again when he was talking to Uncle Phil. But yeah, you know what? On one end, I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling Carlton. On the other end, I'm kind of feeling sorry for Carlton because Carlton has some, underlining issues that I believe it's going to be addressed. Right? I believe it's going to be addressed. But we're only on episode 5. So we got to deal with Will's situation first. Then we'll get to Carlton and go from there. Okay, now let's get to your boy, ladies. I know y'all want to talk about Mr. Mr. Michael Ealy showing up. I know. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead and talk about
Now,
Michael
I mean,
Ealy.
listen, I will say this, and I think I can speak for I think I can speak for you, Tiffany. I think I can speak for all the ladies watching. That man does not age, and if he ages gracefully, and we are not mad at it.
Yeah.
We are not mad at it.
Yeah, I appreciate his acting skills and the roles that he's played. So, yeah.
The acting skills, yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good actor to me, and I've enjoyed the roles that he's taken on and everything that I've seen him do. So
Yeah, no. I'm messing around.
he's easy on
good.
the eyes, of course, yes, but I respect him as an artist.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally with you guys on the acting side of things. You know, I'm not talking about easy on the nothing. Grab that.
Listen, we ain't mad. And if
Yeah.
if something does kind of, blossom or whatever between him and Viv,
Yeah.
that's gonna make for some good TV. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna just say this, man. Like, she ain't gonna do it. I think he's all right. If we're gonna go down, let's talk theories, right? And you guys chime in. Definitely comment below. If it's gonna go there, I think he's gonna try. He's gonna try, and I think she's gonna break him down. I think she's gonna break him down and say no. I mean, they might kiss.
So many thoughts about that because
this is kind of racy, right? This show is kind of like on edge, like it's crazy, right? So
it is.
May kiss, and Aunt Viv would be like, no, I love my husband. It gotta be drama. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be thinking. It gotta be dramatized, right? It gotta be dramatized. What do you say about that? What do you say? It's gotta be dramatized.
Yeah, for TV, for sure.
Yeah.
See, I think she will resist him if he does advance her.
Yeah.
He will, she will resist him because, she is happily married as far as right now.
From what we see, yes.
But I think the tide is going to turn for a couple of reasons. One, he's a fan, right? Mm-hmm. So he's really into, Vivian Smith, the artist. He's a fan. So I think he's going to really reawaken that passion. Ooh. And that's going to connect her to him in a different way. Because remember, in the last episode, Uncle Phil was like, she was an artist. She didn't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he's going to ignite something. And then if our conspiracy is right about Will being his son, that's the fall guy. That is the fall guy.
Well, I mean,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right on that. Like, art is her passion. And from what we see, she was really great at being an artist, like really great, like famous, and she loved it. And I believe she gave it up once she got pregnant with Hillary with Phil. I think that's what happened. So that's why I kind of like Hillary and her got a little bit of tension because, she felt like she gave up her art and her passion to create a family with Phil. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she went so much for Hillary and why she's so hard on Hillary a lot of times because she's like, I gave up my passion. You got to fulfill your passion now. You know what I'm saying? Like she's vicariously living through Hillary and every other child that they're bringing up,
But at the same time, Uncle Phil kind of gave a little insight into that in his conversation at the party when he talked about Hillary being 2 months premature and they didn't think she was going to make it. Yeah. So I think that's kind of it. I don't think it was more so that she gave up Artists for Family. I think it was more that the need of what her child needed at the time. And she just never kind of let that go.
And she never
That's why she's so hard on Hillary.
Yeah. I agree with you. And she never went back to the art because she was just tending to Hillary being premature and everything else like that. And then the other kids, and Carlton came. And then Ashley. Speaking of Ashley, I don't know if y'all want to touch on that. I'm not touching it, but I don't know if you want to. mean, that's on you. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
gonna say this.
Oh.
I'm gonna say this, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know,
Let it
I'm gonna follow your lead on it.
I'm gonna
Like
leave.
inclusivity, right?
Yeah.
Inclusivity. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it there.
All right. We're gonna leave it right there. Cool. Thank you. Now, as we yeah, you gotta see it. So let's see. So we talked about Trey. We talked about, you know, how basically Trey and Will, they fought. Actually physically like went at it.
Yeah.
Because this is where, you know, the scene where they were in a bedroom, okay, Will's bedroom. And Trey wasn't talking to him that. He was just like, I'm just getting my charger, blah, blah, blah. And Will is just like, yo, we can't act like this and not talk to each other for the rest of the week. And Trey is like, yo, I don't think I'm staying for the rest of the week. And then Trey goes in and really to me, he shows his true colors, his true like intention and you know, his kind of like animosity towards Will's decision to really move forward with his life in a different direction than what they originally planned out. Right. So Trey comes out and is like, yo, you moving on, you know, you moving up to this rich neighborhood and you gonna leave us behind. And Will is like, yo, you should be happy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you my boy, you should be happy for me moving forward. Like, I got an opportunity to move forward. But in Trey's eyes, it's like, well, you moving forward is leaving me behind, you know? And even though Will didn't even say that, Will's still trying to figure everything out. Like Trey is really feeling like somebody said, and shout out to, I don't know if Nicole's on the line, shout out to you. We was having a discussion earlier about, you know, Carlton, but also about Trey and how Trey was on some like crab in the barrel. You know, it's like, yeah, you see Will climbing up out of the barrel and Trey's pulling back down to West Philly while he's trying to go to Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? Out of the barrel. So,
But it's a little bit more to that too. So if you notice when Trey was like, you know, you gonna go off to college, you're just gonna leave me here. So this is stuff that's been there all along, whether Will is in Bel Air or whether he's in West Philly. He's gonna feel left behind anyway because he's in Will's shadow. So I think this is just kind of bringing that out earlier. So it was going to be a rift between them eventually because Will wasn't going to stay in West Philly anyway.
Yeah. Like Will always, he was always a star, you know what I'm saying? And his mom even knows that, right? His mom was like, listen, wherever you go, you just got to wear your crown and do what you got to do and make it happen. So he was nice with ball and popular in West Philly. Now he's nice with ball and getting popular in Bel Air. So no matter where Will goes, and that's what Vi said. Like, Vi's like, I know my son is a superstar. I know he's a great person. And so let's get down to that, right? Let's get down to that, and then we'll move on to the next show, right? So
let's go.
Let's get down to the last part of it, where Trey left, and he's just like, yo, I don't want to leave. I don't want you to leave. He's like, yeah, well, West Philly's where it is. And then he calls his mom. Will calls his mom and tells her that he wants to stay. And
that's hard for her to hear.
Yeah, you're a mother, right? You're a mother, Amy.
So that's, you know, that's hard for her to hear. And
yeah,
I can imagine, you know, for single moms, it's always been Will and her and Will. It's always been the two of them. And this is supposed to be a temporary arrangement. Like the plan out the gate is you go, basically you hide out for a minute, you lay low. When the heat is off, then you come back home. And now, you know, he's changing it up. But at the same time, because she loves her son and because she's put that, you know, wear your crown in him, you can't stand in his way. You gotta let him find his way. So it's one of them things where as a mother, yes, you want to hold on, but you got to realize that you're raising a man and you got to let go. And you got to let him he's got to trail his own, you know, he's going to blaze his own trail.
Well said. Anything? You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we know the original story, but the way that they are doing this, I honestly, that was end of episode 5, by the way. I agree with you. And the way that they're doing this, I really am falling in love with this show because it's really giving like a more humanized side to Bel Air, to Fresh Prince that we've never seen before. We've seen serious episodes with Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
But these guys are going real deep, like on an emotional, mental, psychological level. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah.
Definitely chime in again if you just joined. Welcome to the VACAY-JayTV live show. Again, I'm here with TiffinityTV and Amy Veronica. We're just going through these shows, all the shows that we love. Yes, so we just finished talking about Bel Air. Now we're gonna get into, and definitely chime in below. Let me see your thoughts and your theories as well. And now we're gonna get into, what are we gonna get into?
Let's go to Snowfall.
Snowfall? Okay, yeah.
Wait, no. We get into, no. We gotta do a sandwich. It's Bel Air, and in the middle, Power Book 4.
Oh.
Power Book 4. I know y'all want to go straight to Snowfall.
How you gonna ask and then say, no, let's do this?
I mean, all right. If you want to go to Snowfall, we, majority rules. You want to do Snowfall? You do Snowfall.
I just watched it.
You just watched it. Okay, now, you have been sitting there pretty quiet. So
Yeah.
now you want to participate.
Now
Okay,
I can
fine.
say something.
All right, so tell us the story then. So lead the story up. What stood out for you? I mean, it was 2 episodes that they dropped.
Right.
Right. We've been waiting for a long time for season 5. Right. And what stood out to you? What are the 3 things that stood out to you? And that I know which.
Well, number 1 was the fact that Franklin has this girl pregnant.
I knew you was gonna go there. I knew you was gonna go there.
Like, I just feel like they didn't warm us up to her. They just kind of threw her in there. And it's like, I don't even know her. I don't know why he even likes her. Like, I don't know anything about her and why they got together, why they are together. Like, what about her he likes and loves or whatever, enough to put a baby in her.
He put a baby in her.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I see that she's in real estate. She's doing her thing. She's a boss. Like, okay, those are cool attributes and everything. But then, like, she's just, I don't know. I just, they didn't give me anything to have a connection with her. Yeah. To be like, yeah, Franklin, that's your girl. You need to get with her. I didn't feel that. That was the top thing. Then the fact that he has to go above and beyond to make sure that they're protected, the family's protected. His mom is in Mexico, and the baby's coming, so he gotta make sure like stuff is tight and nothing is no loose ends, as the CIA dude's name.
Who? Teddy? Me, Teddy, right?
Yeah, Teddy.
Reed.
That's it. Reed.
But
So, there was just too many things like happening that hopefully, I feel like they need to go back and tell us about how Franklin and this girl he's with got together. Yeah. And then Gustavo Gustavo is still the point man. Yeah. And he's, still trying to take care of his family, even though, it was unbelievable last season. Everybody just got killed. Everyone. Right. So he's got the babies and he was taking them to school, and he got them there a little late, and he said, tell the teacher the reason why you're late to school is because I was on the toilet.
What's the Spanish word? Do you remember the Spanish word?
My favorite word in the whole world right now. Cacando.
And they was like, the kids was like, ew. So he was taking a cacando. Yeah. Before we go forward, I definitely got to give a shout out. I see you, Louisiana boy, James. I see you, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, what's going on? Good to see both of you guys. Thank you for chiming in. And again, anybody that's jumping on and watching us, we appreciate you for watching. And absolutely, definitely share this if you want anybody else to jump in the discussion. I can see the chat now. I can see you guys, and I see you guys absolutely responding to us. So thank you so much. And again, if you'd like to send a super chat donation, that'll be great because we're working on getting more equipment, getting better equipment to definitely bring more great content to you. So I see you. I see you, Nicole. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Okay, please continue on.
And then the third thing was that Franklin's auntie and uncle, right? They're
Aunt Louie
and
Uncle Jerome.
Right, Lou and Jerome, right?
Yeah.
So they're moving on. They're trying to do their own thing, and you know, I mean, they're rolling in dough. I mean, Uncle Jerome is buying horses, and yeah, I'm just like, oh. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. You know, I mean, they're reconnecting in a way that we didn't see in the other seasons. You know, they're like showing more love and affection towards each other, because at first she was just attacking him and, you know, telling him he wasn't doing enough and being enough, and now she's uplifting him and calling him king, and you know, they're really, I like that. So.
Okay. Good stuff. What did you like, Amy?
I absolutely agree with, like, where does this chick come from? Because I was just like, huh? Like, this what we doing now? Okay. And then you know, then she's pregnant, and then it's, you know, this family. Ma'am, who are you? Like, I'm more family than you are at this point. What we talking about? So, like, what we doing?
You more family because you've been watching Franklin since the first episode, since the first season.
Yeah, that was first, so it was just different. But just, you know, the second one, you know, Franklin, he's a pilot, which I think is dope, right? Like, you know, I don't know, it just gives me like Scarface vibes. I don't know why. Like, watching Snowfall just gives me like Scarface vibes. Yeah. And, you know, it's like, you're doing something illegal, yeah. So what can we bury it into? So the plan is to bury it into real estate. You know, me, I'm just like, I just want to see how it's gonna all blow up in your face. Yeah. Like, because it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, and it's gonna get ugly. Okay. Like, yeah, it's gonna get ugly.
Okay.
So, and then, like, for me, you know, from Chicago in the hood, you know, you come up in the midst of that, like in real life. I'm just like, this is like Rewind to some degree. So
right. So the young lady that you're speaking of, her name, if you didn't know her name, you're like, who this girl? Right? Her name is Veronique. That's right. Veronique. Yeah. It's like Vera and Monique.
Veronique.
Amy, I think we talked about that. I think we may have talked about that.
Yeah.
They people mixing names together. Right?
It's definitely it's an LA name for sure.
LA, that's what we talking about. Veronique. So that's her name. And if you watch the show, I'm gonna tell you what stood out to me and why I believe Franklin is with her. Okay, not just for her pretty looks. Okay, I think that she's pretty as well. All right, contrary to the majority here, but I think she's a nice looking young lady. To me,
we don't think that she's not nice looking. We just don't know where she came from.
Okay. So, for me, Veronique is the perfect combination for Frank. Because if you watch the details of her, like, she, number one, is a very, I want to say, thorough and accurate and very, like, detail-oriented type of woman, okay? And that's something that Melody couldn't do, because not only did she get on the stuff, but she shot Franklin, right? So I think he's changing it up. He now has a woman that actually can run a business, a real estate business, and it's very thorough and detailed, and she knows her stuff. It's not like she's just I'm gonna buy this front, where I can funnel my money through so they won't see that it's illegal money and you just run the show and be the front. No, she actually is selling properties, buying properties. I mean, she's looking into commercial properties that they're getting into and doing projections and doing the schedule, color-coded schedules.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
calendar.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
so Nicole just posed the question in the chat. She said, but can she be trusted? So I think that's the thing, because she's just like, ta-da, like, you know, can she?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's smart. Yes, she's pretty. Yeah, you know, she's business savvy. Yes, she is to some degree what Franklin needs, like, because he definitely does need an airhead on his arm. You know what I'm saying? But as she gets into this life, what's gonna happen?
Well,
you
see,
gotta
that's
prove
the thing,
yourself in this life.
Amy and Nicole, and thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Amy, for pointing that out. Of course, we're watching Snowfall. Like, nobody can be trusted fully, right? They're gonna set us up, be like, yeah, we love her, yeah, she's great. But turn around, she knows everything, and then she flips on Franklin. We know how it goes.
Don't mess with my, don't play with my feelings.
Right.
Don't make me like her and then turn her into an enemy. That's not gonna be good.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that it may, you know, we're gonna talk about Teddy, because Teddy, man, listen, I'm waiting to get to him. I'm waiting to get to him in the second episode. But going back to Veronica, and it took me a minute to get her name down. For right now, she doesn't want to be in the game. But of course, Franklin, it's hard for him to get out of what he's been doing all this time, because they're making millions of dollars. And he wants to get out because he wants to start a family, he wants to do this and that and the third. And he wants everything to go through real estate. He really wants to focus on the real estate aspect of things so he can get out of the game. And that's why he went to Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, and they're like, yo, get the $10 million up and we can get into this, because he talked to Shady Grady, right? What if Teddy brought her in? What a theory.
Oh.
What a theory.
Yes, man, listen. That's why we need to know where she came from.
Nicole be throwing up theories out there, like, yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility that she's on the inside. Maybe, maybe not. I don't, you know what? If he did, if you think about it, if he did, I don't think so, because I don't think she would allow herself to get pregnant if she was like an inside mode. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would go that far where now I'm going to be your mother.
I disagree with that, because why wouldn't she? If I mean, you know, if it's to bait him in any kind of way, isn't a baby the ultimate bait?
Well, I mean, again, what Nicole's talking about, Teddy, as far as the CIA and him and her being on the inside, really trying to, you know, just keep tabs on Franklin. You know, that's what I'm thinking. When I see that, what if?
Because that happened last season, where the girl he got close to, and then she been right, wasn't that?
Yeah, the girl that he was messing around with.
She set him up, and then he had to shoot her, right? He had to kill her.
He didn't shoot her, but she was doing it because what's his name? Little light skinned dude, little big man, little big boy.
They were looking for the one that shot his girl, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah. So, again, I love these theories. Me personally, I don't think that she would allow herself to get pregnant like that and go that far if she was in that mode for Teddy. I don't think it would go that far. I think that she genuinely is trying to do something to take him out of the game and start a family. That's what I think so far. Again, we're watching Snowfall. Things can change.
Can happen.
You know, I could be wrong. You know, it is what it is.
You can't get attached to people on this show.
You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Well, like Shady Grady. I saw Shady Grady. That's why I call him Shady Grady. Shady Grady is the guy that he took up in the plane, and he was trying to make a deal with
the price
of keys.
Right.
He said, why you keep talking about him in the past tense?
He's no longer with us.
Because, I mean, Shady Grady was sloppy. Like, he was super sloppy. You know, he was taking money off the top, skimming money off the top, right? Taking millions of dollars, buying a big home, big all the cars and thinking that he wasn't gonna get caught. And he works with the CIA. Like, come on, you bugging. Like, you serious? You selling drugs to the community and you taking money off the top. Like, come on. So he eventually was gonna get caught. And Teddy, man, Teddy is no joke. So let's talk about episode 2. Teddy is no joke to me. Like Teddy. So episode 1 was really about Franklin and himself. Episode 2 was really about Teddy. Okay. And Teddy to me is like one of the most ruthless dudes on the planet. Like now that he's clean and he's straight and he took that little vacation, which wasn't a vacation. If you saw the last season, you saw what he went through. Teddy, he wants to be back with the CIA. He wants to be back on that mission. And now they got him on it. And he took out Shady Grady. He put poison in his wine. Dude is gone, right? Oh. And then he found Franklin's house. He found Franklin. Like he went to Franklin wasn't even expecting it.
Yeah, he was totally shocked. It was like, I mean, the shock, the look on his face. He was like, "Can I come in?" He's like, "Yeah." It was like, "Oh, you're back." Right. So he found him. He was looking all around like, "Yeah, it's a nice place. You've done well for yourself." Da, 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 da. And yeah, Grady, he's not gonna be working with you anymore. Like Grady was, this, that, and the third. And he said, just like you said, Amy, why are you talking about him in past? Yeah. he was making trouble. He was doing too much. He was just doing too much.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so if you remember, what's my movie? My movie is American Gangster with Denzel.
Yeah.
And how they was making a lot of money. And Denzel was like, yo, keep it on the low. Like, don't be flashy. But his brother was being flashy, buying cars and all this and that. Even in what was that? Is it Goodfellas? I think it's Goodfellas too. Same scenario where it's like there's always one guy that's going to take the money instead of stashing it and keeping it on the low. They always being flashy. They always get caught out there. Always get showered. All right, so Snowfall. What do you expect for the next episode of Snowfall? Now that Teddy is like, yo, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna work with me now. Blah blah blah. Like Franklin, also, if you saw the end, Franklin had a little strap in the cigar box. When he offered him a cigar, he had a little strap in there just in case Teddy wanted to pop off.
Oh, I
the details.
It's all in the details. I didn't see that. I mean, I seen the little meeting with Veronique.
Yeah.
He was in there. She was in there telling them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, I mean, I think she's going to become more intricate in what happens next. Because I think she is really trying to get him out of the game so he can be a father to their kid and to the baby and everything and not be caught up in all his life. So, yeah.
Right. So, if you see, Amy.
I don't know. I think in trying to pull him out of the game, she's going to find herself entangled in it.
Well, she's already entangled there.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like, because I think about the conversation between his aunt and his uncle when she was like, you didn't want to be a part of this. I pulled you into this. Right? So I think that's like now Veronique is like the escape. But I think the more she stays connected to that, and you talk about tens of millions of dollars, they not making chump change. Right. And I think that's gonna become more attractive to her. And she's just gonna find herself right in the mix.
Okay. Nicole said, I knew Teddy was back when he was pretending to be the meter guy. Oh yeah. You knew he was back in the game. Yeah, he was doing a whole lot of surveillance. He had all the pictures of Grady and everything. Absolutely. Okay. Well, if you've seen any previews, right, what's expected is that Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, and Franklin are going to bump heads. Because if you've seen the preview, Aunt Louie's like, yo, we know you got dreams, but those dreams are not ours. We already got something set up in Little Rock. you know, we already have something set up here. And yeah, you know, we're tired of following you. We're going to do our own thing. And if you remember from the second episode, Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome went to see Avi. And they got the Uzis from Avi, right? Like they introduced the Uzis 1986 and Avi gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see them bump heads and we're going to see how Franklin, you know, definitely handles that. At the same time, we need to find out what happened to Cece, right? His mom and Alton, because they went to Cuba. Now, if you remember, when Teddy was talking to the guy's name is Havai, the guy from the government, right? When he was talking to him, the guy said, well, is the asset gonna be okay? And he's talking about Franklin, okay? Is the asset gonna be okay? And Teddy's like, yeah, it's gonna be fine because, you know, Franklin was messing with Grady and now he's gonna take out Grady. And he was like, nah, I'm more so talking about what you did to his father in Cuba. I don't know if y'all remember that, so you gotta pay attention to the details, right? And then Teddy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because if you remember from the last season, Teddy went to see Alton in Cuba and had the gun on Alton. He was talking to Alton, his father, in Cuba. So they're not giving us full details as to whether he took him out or not. Right? When I say take him out, you know what I mean. Right? So we're gonna see what happens. She said, I hope
Nicole said,
right.
She said, I hope Aunt Elle don't be a snitch.
Yeah, I hope she's not gonna be a snitch. I don't know. You know, it's hard to tell because remember, Aunt Louie, she seems to really know this guy who is the head of the crash course, right? The police task force that goes and arrests people for being on the product. So I don't know. I hope she doesn't. That's a good point. Good point. Okay. Great stuff. Last but not least, let's talk about which show? Not Snow. We talk about Snow. Power Book 4 Force. Okay. Are you guys ready for that? Have you been watching that?
What episode are we on now?
We're going on episode 4.
Okay.
Episode 4.
All right. I saw 3, right?
You saw?
I saw 3, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right. Claude stopped Tommy in the street. Is that the episode where she drove past him and then cut him off?
That was
on
the last
street?
episode, yes.
All right.
That was the last episode where she was like, yeah, I got something that's going to kick your teeth
She's
in.
really trying to push this psychedelic drug,
Designer
product that glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw all of that. Okay, you paid attention to that. Okay. When they put it on the,
Yeah. It looks like paint. Looks like you can put black light in it, it shines.
So they call it a designer product. Okay. So let's talk about the last episode first, right? And then we can talk about what we believe is going to happen. So the key points that I took away from the last episode of Power Book 4 Force is that Tommy, now being that he's aligned with Liliana, he got the stash, right? And now he wants to connect with Diamond, and he wants to connect the Flynns, and he wants to get them to work with each other. And for every deal that goes down, Tommy's gonna get a piece. He's gonna get 5% of the deal.
5%, yeah.
Right. So Flynn's on the north side, CBI's on the south side. Right. So he's trying to get them to exchange products so they can sell on each side, so everybody wins. There's a 10% kickback, and Tommy's gonna get 5%. Now, it sounded cool when they had that meeting with Diamond and Walter Flynn and Vic Flynn and Paulie and Tommy, right? And in the Dr. Parker restaurant, that's where Glow is, my new baby mama, Glow. Basically, Walter Flynn is bringing up old stuff and being real, what's the word for it? He's not being nice. Let's just say that. And he doesn't want to be in bed with, people of brown color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say it like that. And, while Diamond was there to try to work things out, Vic was with it. Vic, the son, he was like, yo, I'm with this. This can definitely keep us going because the Flynn family, you know, they're not making money. They're losing money. And that's what Claude said. And Claude knows that. That's why she's getting into the designer product and moving away from her father because her father doesn't want her involved deep with the whole product game. He just wants her to handle the money, right? So Walter pretty much messed up with Diamond, calling him all types of names. You know, Diamond's like, I ain't trying to mess with a man like you. He walks out. Vic is like, yo, you just messed everything up. Like, we could have moved forward for our survival. He's like, yo, if the Italians and the Polish found out that we was in bed with the blacks, then they would, you know, cast us out and cast us away. Am I being on track? Am I on track for the most part? Yes? Yes. Okay. So, so Tommy's like, what the heck just happened, man? Like, you just messed up the deal, right? You just messed everything up. So now, what's going to happen from the previews from what I put out there, the recaps, definitely check out the recaps, is that, I don't know if you guys have seen that. You guys seen the previews, the promos for the next episode?
No, I haven't seen the previews for the next one.
Okay. So now what's going to happen is Vic is going to be sitting down with Diamond and Tom.
Okay.
And Vic is going to want to do business, but they're just like, yo, what about your father, man? You know what I'm saying? What about your father? Like, you know, he runs the show. And Vic is like, he don't got enough. And Diamond's like, I don't know about that. Because, you know, Walter Flynn, he's well-connected. You're the son. Like, can we really trust that? He's going to do that, right? So we're going to see what happens with that. And then we find out, well, I found out, the two and two together, right? Again, if you guys haven't seen the what to expect, my predictions, definitely check out my predictions video. It's out there now. Oh, it will be out there. It will be out there. It will be out there at midnight. Okay. It's already scheduled. It will be out there. I got to schedule it. But what's going to happen? To give you a preview to this, we find out who actually owns the product that Tommy found in the floorboards. In the floorboards.
Okay.
Right?
All right, good.
So can you guys guess, before I tell you, can you guys guess or make it, you know, who do you think that it belongs to? You remember the spider on it?
I feel like I've seen it before somewhere.
You have. In Power.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I knew I had seen it before, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, I know I have seen that spider before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the spider.
So is somebody from Power they're bringing back to this show?
Possibly. Okay, good guess. Okay. Amy, any idea?
Okay. I don't know.
No?
Are they connected to what's the girl that he cut her face? What's the girl with the
Liliana.
Liliana, are they connected to her?
I would say no. All right, so you guys ready? Anybody online that want to guess? I don't know if you've seen it already. Nicole, I don't know if you're still there. It's all good. All right. So, excuse me one second.
I'm an expert.
Me. Okay. So, what we find out is that the product, I think I can say it. The product that Liliana had in the floorboard actually belongs to the Serbians. I don't know if you remember that from Power. Go back in Power and check out. You had the Jimenez family, right? So you had the spider. They're the ones that when they knocked you off, they dropped the spider card. That was the Jimenez family, but you remember the Jimenez family is no more. Remember, they blew them up. So the Jimenez wasn't just dealing with, you know, Tommy and Jimmy St. Patrick. They were dealing with other people. So remember, Liliana said she had a fight with a guy over this product, and the guy didn't make it out of that fight. So that guy was probably connected to the Serbs, and he had the product, and Lillian basically took it from him. So now they've probably been looking for her, and now they're in Chicago, and they have an idea that she's there. And Tommy is talking to her in the preview. Check out my promo, check out the recast. You get onto it. Tommy is telling Liliana, I keep calling Lillian, calling Liliana, telling her, listen, you gotta leave. You remember that, right? Okay. Yeah, you gotta catch up in the car. I see you. You remember that. So he's telling Liliana, you gotta leave Chicago. She's like, I'm not leaving. This is my life. This is all that I know. You know, do you have any other life? So she's not trying to leave because she remembers she has a 50-50 deal with the stash with Tommy and her.
Right.
So whatever Tommy's making, she's gonna split it. They're gonna split it 50-50. So she's not trying to leave that product that she just cooked up, right? So the servers come after her, and Tommy's gonna have to basically defend her because she's part of his business. And things are gonna go haywire. I'm just gonna say that. I believe that this next episode, people have been waiting. People are like, yeah, when it's gonna pop off, when it's gonna jump off. I believe that episode 4, right? Episode 4, you're gonna see way more action, way more things pop off. Vic, Diamond, and Tommy, they're down with each other now. And don't forget Jannard. Jannard is Diamond's brother.
Right.
He's still in the mix creeping as well.
That's the college story.
Yeah, the college story. So look out for Jannard too, because he's skimming and scamming because he wants to take control of CBI and he wants to be in the room with Diamond when Diamond's making deals. But Diamond's like, I'm the leader.
Yeah, he definitely was trying to pull rank. He was
Yeah.
trying to pull rank, and his brother was like, no, it's me.
Right.
It's me.
And then they had that fight in the ring, and supposedly Jannard was like, yeah, I threw the fight. Yeah, okay. I don't believe that. I believe Diamond just whooped you, boy.
Yeah.
He was just trying to front in front of Elijah, who was Jeremiah.
Right.
Okay, so again, if you look at my video, I talked about this because at the end of, hold on, what Nicole said? Is Tommy, he's still getting his feet wet? Yes, absolutely, I agree. So if you look at the end of that episode and you see Jannard talking to Elijah and Elijah, Jannard was like, yeah, after the fight. And he said, eventually CBI is going to be with me. What do you think that means? Because he said, CBI is going to be split. Some people are going to go with Diamond. Some people are going to go with Jannard. But Jannard was like, yeah, eventually they're all going to roll with me. What do you think that means? I'm going to ask you guys.
He said they're going to roll with him.
Eventually,
Diamond
Jannard said the whole organization eventually.
He's going to try to flip. He's going to try to flip everybody against Diamond.
Okay.
And I mean, because he has been running the whole show while he's been locked up. I mean, he's created a lot of relationships, and you know, I mean, even when they had the fight in the barbershop, they kind of looked to him to give him. They looked to him for direction on what to do before they turned to Diamond.
Right.
So, in their eyes, I think they're still expecting him to run things under his brother's nose.
Okay. Definitely. Nicole, you online? I see you. Anybody chime in below? What do you think it means when Jannard said to Elijah, he said, yeah, it's split right now, but eventually all of CBI is going to be underneath me. Amy, what are your thoughts on it?
Honestly, I'm a little behind. I got no thoughts.
Okay. At least you're honest. It's okay. At least you're honest about it. It's all good. I got like bits and pieces
of this episode. Honestly, I got bits and pieces of it. So I do need to go back. I'm with you, Nicole. I got to go back. We got to catch up together, sis.
Yes.
So we can be on top.
All right. Y'all got homework. This is your homework assignment. I'm going to give you my theory on what I believe that means. And I did that in my video. Go check out my video. In fact, go check out my video. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'll tell you. So my thoughts on that, when Jannard said eventually all of CBI is going to be under him. And if you go to my video, it's You go to my video, it's the Sampson brothers family feud. Okay, just watch that video. Okay, everybody, do your homework. Watch that video. I'm putting it in there for you. All right. So My theory on it is that somewhere down the line, Jannard is going to take out his own brother Diamond. That's my theory. Because that's the only way for the organization to fall underneath him. As long as Diamond's alive, the organization that follows him, especially the older heads, they're all going to follow him and continue to follow him. But if Diamond is not alive, who they going to follow?
Right.
That's
the only reason why he ended up gaining power is because Diamond was in jail.
Right. Well, he gave it to him. I mean, once Smithy got locked up,
he was away.
He's like, yo.
So if he dies, it's going to be the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Exactly. So that's my theory on it. You know, you guys let me know your thoughts, your theories as well. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, listen, Snowfall is going to be picking up. Power Book 4 is going to be picking up. Bel Air is popping off. What other show? Yeah, I knew he was going to say. My Guilty Pleasure show is coming on. It's coming up March 10th, y'all. March 10th. Check out.
My birthday.
On your birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday in advance. It's going to be a ruthless birthday, okay?
When the sun goes down.
Hey, don't start. Don't start. You're going to get me going.
Baby well.
So, March 10th, y'all, Ruthless, Tyler Perry, let me say it right. Tyler Perry's Ruthless is coming back, okay? And if you haven't seen the preview, go check out my video, season 3 on the way, okay? It's coming back. I'm excited about that. I know a lot of people are, but it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So we'll talk about that even further as we get closer to it. So any last thoughts? We'll start with Amy. Any last thoughts before we sign off? And again, I appreciate everybody for coming on. Nicole, thank you so much for jumping on with us. And definitely we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again next week. So
I enjoyed this. This. Thanks for the invitation. Good discussion. Definitely excited to see what happens with Snowfall. Gonna get caught up. So I'm gonna be in and out of Power Book 4. And I am hooked, absolutely hooked on Bel Air. Like, you know, and I love the fact, if I may, I love the fact that it's on Peacock, which is NBC, and it's on Thursday, which is the exact network and day that the OG aired. So yeah, all the nostalgia, I'm all in that. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you again. Thank you for jumping on, Amy. I appreciate you. Definitely answer your question. Yes, Nicole, I cover Ruthless. I covered season 2. Definitely check out the playlist and you'll see all my recaps for season 2. And yes, I'm going to cover season 3 too. Yeah, that's my show too. We're going to get it in. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Everybody catch up. Please catch up because your boy, you know, we got to have discussions. So, you know, this is your homework. Tiff, any last words, thoughts, or anything you want to say to the folks?
I got to catch up on Bel Air, but from what I saw of it and what you guys talked about tonight, I'm definitely like excited to see the other episodes of that. I can't wait for another episode of Snowfall. It's gonna be good TV. It's definitely gonna be some good TV coming out. So yeah, keep watching.
Absolutely. Yeah, fam. So again, I appreciate you all for jumping on today. Again, thank you for jumping on VACAY-JayTV Live. Again, if you just joined us, if you've been on, please follow these 2 lovely young ladies. They have their channels. The links are in the description below. Definitely link on to them, subscribe to their page, definitely hit the notification bell. And absolutely, if you haven't subscribed to VACAY-JayTV, well, come on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for your love and support. And yes, Nicole, salute to you. Thank you for jumping on. And yes, Bel Air is very good. I'm loving it so far. We're going to get into that. And we're going to cover that next week. We're going to come back next week. So everybody got to do their homework, right? Everybody got homework.
We got homework.
Yeah, we're going to catch up. We're going to discuss it. Again, I want you guys next week, Nicole too, this is your homework. You know, write down some key points, like 3 things you love and 3 things that kind of bothered you about it. And yeah, we'll go from there, family. All right, family. I appreciate you all. On behalf of Amy Veronica, salute to her, and definitely look out for her project coming up. Can't say the title yet, right? Now we can't say the title yet, but yes.
I think we are okay to say the title.
Okay, say it.
We can say the title.
You know, I make up my own title of it.
Please don't.
Go ahead, promote yourself. Go ahead, promote that.
So coming very soon, you guys, is my debut album, my EP, and it is entitled Journey Through My Journal. So it is a very personal project. It is the story of, to date, my biggest heartbreak and my triumph over that. So it is an actual journey through my journal. So my writings, my words, my life, my story, my music. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I got the inside tracks, so you know tracks. Yeah, it's fire. I'm gonna just put it out there. It's fire. Look out for it. It's coming out. I believe the single's coming out soon, and then the rest is gonna be coming out. So yeah, look out for that. Amy V is coming. Amy V is coming.
Amy V is here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, excuse me. Amy V is here. She's in the flesh. Let's do it. Tiff, any last words? Anything you want to say?
No.
You good? All right, she's good. No, okay. All right, family. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the love and support. And you know what it is. It's your man, VACAY, TiffinityTV, Amy V. Shout out to Nicole. Thank you for your love and support. Till the next time. Salute.
Night, guys.